Well, okay, no, to be fair, Unity, oh yeah, Unity crashed. I was thinking, power went out today, just inexplicably. There's no bad weather. I mean, it's been raining, but this morning I was working on some stuff on getting my vertical scrolls working, and just power went out. Boom, gone. Now, normally, what Unity's supposed to do, or supposedly does, I had never actually attempted to use this, but Unity saves something in a recovery folder. Now, I have a Surface Pro that theoretically the power went out, but my Surface Pro didn't go off. Just lost my graphics card, which crashes Unity. And so when it tried to go down to my Surface, the graphics card got disconnected because of the loss of power. Because I have an external GPU, and that's what powers my monitors. So it blew up, and as a result, I was kind of hosed. And I thought, hey, let's see if what I lost was actually recovered. I've never actually tried Unity's recovery things because I usually save pretty consistently. But on that, I was setting something up. I hadn't gotten around to actually attempting to load it because usually I downloaded an autosave tool which saves your work for you when you go into play mode. But I hadn't done that, and so I knew I was kind of in the middle of making some changes, and things kablooied on me. So yeah, that did not go well. It's all right. Let's try it. Let's try it. So I went in here, found these two little guys, the recent ones. It did not have my changes, so I don't know when these are from or what they're. Let's see what the date is on these. If it even says, it says. That's your properties. I right-click on properties. See what it shows. Nothing. It's not even going to load. It's just going to be a blank black screen. What the heck is the point of a help button that doesn't show you anything? All right, well. And then open is probably just going to open the scene. Yeah, just open the scene. That's not even the right one. But yeah, so none of this stuff worked. Let's go see if I can open this in the Explorer. Show in Explorer. So this is recovery. And nothing from today. 11, 12, 11, 12. Well, no, I guess 12. Wait, 12, 4. So this one's supposed to be, this one should have been today. And this one should have been today. So that's 1.1 and 0.1, but neither one of those had what I was working on. So I don't know what the heck it was backing up, but it was not what I was working on. Or when it backed up in relation to. So it must, yeah, I don't know. 12.4. Oh, that's like now. Is it doing the? Oh, that's the meta file. So the actual scene it backed up. I have no idea what that is. So it basically is just trying. I don't know when it does. What is that? 1:55 p.m. on 12.4. Was I even on? Oh, look, I did it again. So it's doing some kind of an update, but I have no idea what it's doing because it certainly wasn't what I expected it to do. Oh well. Didn't work. C'est la vie. Let's close this. Nope. Where am I? This is not the scene. Okay, I don't know where the heck. This is not my scene. This is not my scene, man. I'm just not up for that. Football FPFM. I do need to rename this. What would happen if I rename my Unity? I would imagine nothing. Hopefully. Renaming objects. What is the risk there? open. Okay. Okay, we're back. Well, I think we're back. So we know that the, so I was trying to implement the playbook as a vertical. I did notice though that, I mean, I was basically putting the vertical scrolls in. I'm going to attempt to use vertical scrolls that are horizontal. Like you may have seen my code recently, or my app in recent streams, and I had these cool slidey open scrolls, which were kind of nice. But the problem I had with them is it doesn't follow the flow of the items. The scroll is up and down, right? So when I do a vertical scrolling, it doesn't make sense. When my scroll opens like this, you would think a scroll that opens like this would scroll horizontally because, you know, you're unrolling your scroll. I would love to add an animation that every time you scroll, it looks like it's unrolling, but that's not in my skill set. It would be kind of cool to what I would be is to create a panel that is bigger than my screen, and then it would just show you what it could, and then when you scrolled, it literally just moved up the whole panel. But that's kind of what the vertical scroll is. But I mean, I was just thinking then it could actually do something that appears like the whole background is sliding up. I wonder how that would work. You would have to put that in the vertical, the background of the vertical, and then that would slide up. Gosh, that would be kind of cool. Maybe that would be kind of cool. I don't know. I'm getting all these ideas. I mean, in my head it sounds cool, but maybe it might be more work than it's worth. I mean, I feel like it'd be easy to attempt, but I could be wrong on that. So yeah. So if you've been around these last couple of days or last week, I've been trying to implement a new I've been trying to get my game plan to work. Okay, so I need my game plan to function as a game plan should function. Nope, thought I just clicked that. Maybe not. Nope. Am I doing the wrong one? What the heck is this? The vertical. That is it. Oh, am I not? All right, so why isn't that changing? It's like I'm trying to change it. Why won't it change? That's weird. Animate. Why won't it change? I get it, but why are you not changing the vert? What? Is it erroring? Is there an error I don't see? Failed to find. Okay, something's funky going on here. All right, let's go back to, can I change this one? Maybe we have a compile error. Sometimes compile errors stop you from doing stuff. Cannot convert from Unity game object to Unity button. Yeah, I should probably get these fixed. Probably all stuff that I probably had broken before. And I had it, like I said, I had it kind of working, and I was fixing stuff, getting almost ready to test. Power went boink. But I'm like, it's all right. It's going to go to my computer. I'll be fine. Unity doesn't just do that. There's nothing safe about the way Unity works, and it doesn't back up nicely. Hello, gonna open. Oh, it did open. Never mind. Wrong window. Sorry. I'm looking at nonsense. Okay. Oh, what is today? Oh, shoot. I gotta look at something. I was gonna buy. Shoot. Go here. Oh, wait. I was gonna buy a Christmas gift. Okay, I think we're still good. No, it was no. Suck. Nope, I lost out on their the dealiness of these items. Shoot. Shooby dooby doo. All right, well, whatever. It was Steam. Is Steam done? Steam done with all their Christmas sales? What the heck, man? Steam, you screwed me. It expired yesterday, and the reason I didn't get it yesterday for these gifts was because I didn't have the user ID, and then I did get the user ID finally for the person, but I never got around to doing it because yesterday was a busy day, and then blah, I just totally missed the boat. My bad. Now I gotta look to see, and that was a good deals. They were good deals. They were very good deals. I'm bummed out. But alas, I'm usually pretty good at getting those things, but so I don't know. There's no Steam sales. What are the Steam sales now? Yeah, I don't want to go there. Let's go to the home store. Guess we aren't going to get these. Not for now, anyway. Soy la vie. We'll see. Hopefully Steam will do some other kind of sales coming up. Let's go continue shopping. I'm not going to continue shopping right now. I just want to see if they were doing anything else. PC Gaming Show. PC Gamer Gaming Show. Most Wanted. Live now. One of these days, I hope to be on the atmosphere to this game. Sleep Awake. Has anybody seen any good games? I know I'm distracted, but I was just like trying to see what was going on with their deals lately. Probably not as much right now, huh? Because everybody's gotta see if I can find what I will do. Is I add this to my wish list, because then they'll notify me if they go on sale again. I got to get these as a gift. I don't know. We'll see. We'll come up with something. All right. Anyway, back to task. Problem. I had created. Let's see how much my code saved. I think my code saves a little bit better. Set button text. Maybe. Because I think I thought Visual Studio was a little bit better at recovery, but maybe not. Down, drop down, initialize, game situation. Let's see here. Yep, it does have my game object that I did create. And then where it attempts to load stuff. Configure button texts. I don't have button texts. Configure. Configure? How about not configure? How about instead we call this, I'm going to change the name of this because it's going to be a little bit smarter. Only two. Okay. All right. So then we will go over here. Here we go. Set situation value. That's the one I wanted. See, it did at least keep my code, which is very good. And it does look like my my panels that I updated stayed because it's complaining about them not being buttons anymore, which means that's good. So a lot of what I got in the a lot of what I lost was just the implementation of those items. So we should be okay. It's not too significant. I just don't understand. What I don't understand is, well, maybe once I fix these. I don't know what this failed to find entry point is. Hoping again that maybe that'll go away with the compile. Failed to resolve assembly. I don't know. How are we looking with the error list? It's okay there. Let's go ahead and rebuild that. Make sure. Okay, no errors. That doesn't appear to be broken anymore. Let's see if it'll let me update this now. Let's go ahead and save. I don't know what the difference between save project and save is. I feel like I shouldn't have to do it separately. But alas. Aha, there we go. Let me change it now. Alright, so we're going to go with that. It's interesting that it changes the name of my thing though. Huh. Why would it change the name? Change the prefab so it changes the name? Huh. All right. Playbook. Prefab. And we're going to go to this one. Change this guy. We're going to call this game plan prefab. And going to delete this one. And then we're going to go back to my navigation panel manager. And we're going to put the game plan prefab back in here. Animated user account. I'm going to swap that out too. All right. So hopefully we're getting a little consistency out of my app. All right. So one of the things I also changed was I turned this guy. What is it? Content panel. Oh, did it? User details panel. Oh, this is the. Oh, that's the user account. Never mind. Playbook. So I have this unit filter panel, which that's not right. I created this new prefab because I wanted it to be used here. So we're going to go put this in here instead. And then I wanted content, which is unit filter, unit filters, offense. Okay, so we're going to change this. Offense button, defense button, special teams button. Oops. Yeah. And what else do we need? Play display, available place container, playbook, zoom panel. Okay, so I don't need any of those. Let's go ahead and dump this one. All right, let's make sure this matches the same though. So this one is 0, negative 50, 100. 0, negative 50. There we go. All right, save again. On the off chance that miscellaneous destruction of the power situations around here. All right, so I can dump this one now. And we'll go here. And I think I actually want to shrink this a little bit. Because I don't want it taking up the entire screen. And it is just a small little tiny tidbit. Oops, wait. Boo. There we go. Now the advantage, or why I'm doing this, you may ask, why are you doing this? It's because by doing that as a prefab, I can edit these images and it'll copy over between them. So, and I do have some in other words, I don't want these to be copies. Now, one of the things about a prefab is, as long as you don't change any of the interiors about it, it will propagate your changes. So like you can go here and propagate your changes back by using this little overrides thing here. If you go here, so like it'll look at your changes that you did versus what. So I haven't made any changes here, so If I click on some of these, they don't do anything. But if I was to make a change to something in here, this will show you the differences. And you can go in and revert them or change them or apply. You can go back and forth. You can go between them. There's one where you can push it out to the prefab. Like if I was to change this and go, okay, that's what I want permanent, I can have it go copy over to the prefab. Or I can go update the prefab, and then I can go to each one of these things and say, you know, reset this to what the prefab is set. I think if you don't change this too, it'll stay in sync. So anything you change to the prefab will automatically go here as long as you haven't put any overrides in. Like for example, if I was to go look at my scroll here, and then I go into the animated changes. So you see all these things, these are all things I changed on my scroll. And like if I go click on some of these things, like all these items are new, and if I wanted to do this, I could have it, you know, I can revert it, which is go back to what was in the prefab, or I can apply it, which will actually take this stuff and move it out to the prefab. But now I don't want the playbook stuff in my prefab, but you can do that. Or if you have size differences, you can just take those in as your own. So if I don't like how like the prefab here is using this, so if I wanted to go revert, I could just click here and it resizes to what the prefab is actually sized at. Because when I changed it, it kept my previous settings. All I did was change the prefab, so it immediately had some overrides because I had made changes. If I don't want certain things in there. Now this one doesn't really have any changes. I'm not sure what the prefab is thinking. If I click on it, nothing's going to happen. It'll go away on here, but it won't really do much. Now this is the full panel. I don't know what that's doing. Let's just reset it. I like to have things kind of, I like to use the prefab as much as possible. So I'm not sure. Like this one, I'm not sure. Oh yeah, there's a 1441. I don't know. That's a pretty minor alteration. Nothing's going to notice that. My image, and then all these items are just part of my content panel, which I'm not gonna mess with. This one will actually shrink, but I don't think the unit filter panel is even part of my thing. So yeah, we don't need that. So that kind of puts it in sync with what those are. So now if I go to game plan, same thing. If I want to go here and make an offset here, this one doesn't have many overrides. I mean, it's just all I did was flip the item over. So we do need to go here though, and I need this one. That's not a prefab, so we're going to go to the unit filter panel over here. We'll put that there. I think I'm going to move this up too. I want to be consistent in how these are layered, just so we have the same results. Now these two have it, but I use this scroll, which is also going to be on the user account, which doesn't have these filters. So and this one is okay. So I want I'm not sure what I'd rather be like this one. Wait, why do I have that? Let's go 0. I don't know why it has to be so much. Let's just go, oh, it's going to be more. Oops. And then just for consistency, this will make sure everything runs the same. This will be 0, negative 50, 0, 1500. Now I'll go back here. Let's see what the override options are. Don't really have many. Go ahead and remove that. I don't know what's... Why is that not aligned with the images that are in it? My buttons are, look at that, the images are not where the how are the images not where the buttons are? Oh, do I have this showing? Are we overlapping or not overlapping? Oh, you know what? That's probably part of it. Got it different. I'm working on the wrong screen. Look, that's what happens when you do things that are a mimic of what you're trying to accomplish here. It's kind of interesting, huh? Because if you look at this, it's, well, yeah. So that's a game plan, but look, this one's different. See how this one goes all the way up? Are we like different setups? That's all 0, stretch, stretch. Why is this one not 0? There we go. Consistency, man. We gotta have some consistency. All right. So theoretically, we have everything back to where it was. I have not. I did put this one in. That one's got different stuff. Let's go ahead and just see what's still broken. I imagine everything is still broken as far as functionality goes. But I should have got. I should now be back in the state I was before power outage. And do I have any errors going here? No thanks to Unity. I'm back. The only thing that's good is I had managed to save some of my the majority of stuff, which was like the code and the prefabs that I implemented, and then I just had to go through and get them restructured in here. And I applied it to the user account because I feel like, why not? Oops, I don't think I. Oh, I'm logged out. Refresh. All right, well, I guess it is usually sometime during the week when I log out. Why is my button not working? Well, do I have a break going on in my code? Nope, not even plugged in. Why is my button not working? What happened? That's disconcerting. Oh, I wonder if that didn't go off because I don't have it set in my. Oh, I did it again. I was gonna go get the user account plugged in because oh no, might not need to because all I did was change the prefab. So you know, one of the nice things is when you change these items, it should just rename them as long as you're not. Why is my button not working? Oh god, Unity, Unity, oh curses. You're a big jerk, Kurt. Sometimes I'm telling you. It's like it just wants to see if it can irritate me. All right, let's see. Let's see here. Let's go see what's going on. Let's attach to Unity. I think what I will do though is go see what. What's now, man? What you doing? What you doing? Why are you not showing me what's going on? I don't know. Usually it's doing this, it means it's compiling, but right now I don't know what it's doing. Should just be connecting. Are we back? Do I have access now? All right, so it looks like we're back. Let's go ahead and stop this. So my button is doing something. It's doing something, but I'm gonna go all in on this change. Just 'cause. I'll go back to the navigation panel, make sure everybody's plugged in. What the McNoodles? What? My wife is asking me if I like the Starbucks cocoa. Like, so if she bought, if she bought some, we can make it at home. Starbucks cocoa tastes like coffee. It's like they're like, oh, you know what? We're really into this coffee thing. That's my daughter. She likes horror movies. She likes horror movies, so that's her ringtone. Oh, that's potent. Oh! I know why it's potent. It's it's 2. Like, Whoa. Okay, I'll be right back. Give me 2 seconds, please. I'm back. Sorry about the delay. I had to fix my drink. All right, let's do the thing I'm supposed to do. They say you should never do what I'm doing. So let's undo. Let's do what I should be doing. Which is to say, streamer rules, you know, things you do to try to keep your stream alive. Gotta do it. Okay. Back to task. All right, so let's see what we can find out. What's going on with my stuff. So that one's loaded. How about the home screen container? We're still loaded there. Okay. Content has all that stuff loaded. User account. Everybody's happy. The app initializer script, which is supposed to... I'm not sure what happened to my button. But I do need to go put a break on it so I can see. Oh, I probably shouldn't shrink that. I was going to make the text smaller, but I guess that makes it hard for you to see. Let's go in here. Conserve, panel states, insurance, nope. Navigation, scene loader. Go. All right, so we want game data, game processing data, UI, game plan, leagues, login. Here we go. So that should come here. I see something got disconnected. Hey, Kurama, how you doing, man? I've got 2 days left. I want to get, I mean, today and tomorrow. My goal is to get this freaking game plan working, or at least so I can, you know, work on game plans. So I don't know what the heck happened. My button here stopped working. I can't, my login is not letting me log in. So something has gone bonkers. I may have to, let's cheat. I know everybody hates you AI, but you know what? I'm using it. Screw y'all. Who don't like it? AI is part of our life now. You're not going to get rid of it. It's never going away. You don't like it? Tough. You know, it's who uses it best. Who makes the most out of AI is going to be the people who are still standing when all this is over. And I think the better developers will make more of it than those that aren't. And you're just going to have to learn. It'll be just the same thing. It's just a better tool. So, hey, I'm just telling you now, can't handle it, get out of the kitchen. I know that's a metaphor that's probably not quite right. But we're going to go with this. Summer. Well, we're definitely not in summer here. See, that's what you get for living on the other side of the world, man. You get winter. You get summer in the middle of winter. That's your punishment for living on the other side of the world. So hot. What's hot to you? Now where I live, we don't get real warm summers. I mean, we'll get a few days, 90s. We might hit 100 once or twice. That'd be really rare. But we're like, you know, our summers mid to upper 80s is kind of the best we can expect. Can't train for what? What are you training for? Are you working on some athletic stuff? I don't like running in the heat, but that's when you have to get up early in the morning. That's what I do. I do all of my running in the summer in the morning. Actually, to be honest, I do all my running any time of the year in the morning before the day starts. So it's freezing cold in the winter when I go run sometimes. I actually ran 20 miles once in 19 degrees. I was training for a marathon. I had like 2 layers of, I was running in sweats. This is one of the few times I ever went running in sweats, and I was wearing like jogging pants. And now, are you talking about soccer? Are you training for soccer? Well, the gym you can do. Don't they have air conditioning at your gym? I mean, I'm sure it gets warm, but it's just air conditioning, right? But yeah, running around and if you're on a team, then it's even harder, right? Because you kind of have to go out. You have to go when the team goes. If you're doing it by yourself, man, you need to start getting up earlier, going out and doing your work before the heat hits. Oh, you know what? I don't need to do that. Tennis. I love playing tennis. I'm a huge tennis fan. I also love pickleball. Is pickleball gotten to your side of the world yet? It's gotten huge here. It's growing from what I hear. They're even talking about making it into an Olympic sport. It's growing so fast. But yeah, pickleball is growing big. Okay, so I was complaining about my app not working, and it's because I have not turned on my. I don't think my my services are running. At least I don't think they're connected right because things blew up this morning. I could be wrong. Well, actually, some are running. I don't know why simulators. Well, actually, I don't even know why. All right, let's hit enter. Let's go run simulator again. Well, I could be wrong. It looks like some of my stuff is still running after everything. I don't see how they could be running though. I feel like they'd have crashed, but maybe not. Recovering from a system meltdown due to power outage is not fun. Oh, you know what? I wonder if I did rename my my project. I wonder if there's something going on there. Oh, I bet you there is. I should probably go look. There could be a problem with my renaming my project that broke it. I wouldn't be surprised if I broke something by renaming it. So I have been playing pickleball lately because my wife likes pickleball, and she's not really athletic enough to play tennis. But tennis to me, you know, people talk about how pickleball is going to replace tennis. I'm like, no, it's not going to replace tennis. Tennis is just so much. I don't know. It's just a whole different game to me. I mean, it's just like the running. I love playing singles, the movement, the running down ball, just the bigger court. I don't know. There's just something about playing tennis I just really like. I mean, don't get me wrong. I enjoy pickleball too, but I don't get to play singles very much. Pickleball is a doubles first sport, whereas tennis is a singles first sport, right? I mean, more people play tennis singles than they play doubles. And the same goes for pickleball's the reverse. It's like there's the singles exist, but I don't know. I feel like it's not at its best playing singles. I just think the speed of the game is just better for doubles. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Who knows? Okay, so let's see. My authentication is running. So I guess I can't run any of this. What is today? See, none of this is, nothing's triggering here. So that's, let's go look at user account. Has user account got anything in it? Anything that's happened today? Nope, nothing's run today. So things aren't really going through here. Let's go ahead and stop this one. Then we'll do. We'll restart the gateway. Before I blame, I still think things are broken, but I gotta make sure it wasn't my own fault, because I did change my I did change the name of my project. And I wonder if there's anything in here that is out of whack. It's FTZF, okay. Is it PF? No, I think it says FPFM. We don't need whole case. Nope, no references. I did change that one. And is there anything in these things? Well, maybe not. All right, maybe I do need to go look. We are still broken. Yep. All right, so we will call on the help of AI to see if they can figure out what I did. I think it has something. I still think it has something to do with my renaming the project. To be honest, It keeps saying, "I found the issue. I found the issue," and then gives me a different time, different answer each time. All right. Anybody know how to close this? I opened up one of these documents that Unity gave me, and there's no X or way to close it. I don't know how to close this. Do I go here? Does this close it? There's rename, move. Do I just click it again? Does it go away? Anybody know how to close a document you open in Unity? Again, I cannot figure out how to close this. I'm gonna ask the creator guy. Kevin. I'm gonna ask Kevin. Kevin. Kevin's pretty responsive. He's one of the guys at who's actually one of the developers or something in on Unity. Kind of fix the issue by removing feeding in drop down. Then hits him. So it seems maybe there was some kind of name being in the list. But I do have a question, which probably is not a bug, but I don't know the answer. Bezzy created some documents for me. And when I opened to read one, I could not find any button or way to close the document. There is no X anywhere. No close on the document ellipsis. No either above the title or on the menu on the left. And none of the right click menus have a close. So I have having to work around the open document. That's kind of goofy. I mean, I guess I could I probably could just restart Bezzy. But I mean, it seems silly that I'd have to restart. So you can't click here. I can go to another page, but this gives me another thing I can't close. So I could toggle around in these pages, but there's no close. Look, I right click on it. There's no close. There's no X. What is this? All that does is it makes, well, I guess I don't have to work around the document anymore. It will bury the document. It puts this, it hides it, but it doesn't actually close it. So I don't know how to make that go away. If anybody knows how to close this document, please, by all means, tell me how to do that. You Bezzy experts out there. So I'm even checking down here because one time I found that this thing did something down here. I don't know what these do. Asset sync. I don't need to know. What is that one? Enables improved refactoring. Enhanced code intelligence. Okay. What is that one? Share your feedback. Oh, bug. And then this one. View docs, contact us, join Discord. Yeah, I don't, there's no close for Bezier. You open a document in Bezier, you're stuck with it, man. It's not going anywhere. Like I said, maybe if I restart Bezier, I could do it, but it seems kind of like a goofy way to do that. Huh. Anyway. All right, let's see what it says here about my problem. The panel might not be activating both of my panels, showing, which means they're currently inactive in the scene. What do you need to do? Well, I have the codes set up to load. Apps? What is apps? Apps of Seattle. What the heck is apps of Seattle? I'm going to answer it because maybe it's a job. Hello?
Hi, I'm trying to reach Kenneth.
This is he.
I'm calling about the
Sorry about that. It was not a job, but something that I guess would be considered equally important in the eyes of my wife. So I had to take care of it. So it's probably important in my eyes too, I suppose. It's still an important thing, so I won't complain too much. It was just scheduling, apparently, doing whatever I needed to do was going to take weeks and weeks. And it was, my options were I could do it at home in January, or I could drive to Bellevue. I figured I should probably just get it over with. So I got to drive to Bellevue. But then they couldn't do it during the week unless it was in the afternoon, and I didn't want to be driving around down to Bellevue. For me, Bellevue's a long ways away, and it's a lot of traffic. We have a lot of traffic around here, so I thought maybe in the morning. Oh, we can't do morning until I don't know, sometime in hell freezes over. So I had to do a weekend. I said I'm not doing it on Saturday because I don't do that kind of stuff on Saturday. So, but she said we have a Sunday on the 21st. I'm like, oh, okay. Guess we're doing Sunday the 21st. I should have just had him come out in January because it's only like 2 weeks later. But oh well, we're good. Back to it. Let's see what it says is the problem. I said what you need to do. Check if the app load panel game object is enabled. Method should be calling activate app load panel, which sets loading panel set active. Verify loading panel. Select the game object that has the title stream object title. If the inspector, check if the loading panel field is under the startup loading header. The startup page is loading fine. The button appears, and when clicked, it should open the enemy scroll. I gotta change this thing. This is login, register. Should open the login register. Yeah. But it does not. I can see it click, but no formats. Okay. Let's see, what does the upload panel do? I don't even know what this one does. Okay, so background, start continue button. I do have a start continue button and a startup progress bar. All that stuff loads because it is loading. I mean, when I go here, apparently AI doesn't know what the problem is. See, like, see? It's clicking, but nothing's happening. What is going on? Console? So there is an error message. Start button clicked. Let's go see where start button clicked is. Start button clicked. Hello. Oh, is it case sensitive? Nope. Start button clicked. Start button clicked. Oh, needs to be guess in the project. Okay. Solution? Oh, there it is. App loading panel. So something, title screen manager. Show login panel. This is where things are failing right here. You need to update the show login panel method. Current code. Let's see what it says. Let's see if this is likely to be the problem. Let's go see if Kevin replied to me. Kevin, I mean, he literally can reply in minutes sometimes. Oh, yeah, he did reply. I will share that feedback. Which is stating he doesn't have a solution for me at the moment. All right, Kevin. Well, I thought I'd try. Hopefully he's, you know, like I said, I bet you I could restart Bezzy and it might go away. Or maybe even if I do this, if I go do a new dialogue. No, I did do a new dialogue. That's how I got this one. Yeah, startup diagnose. Yeah, I did do that one. But and I don't want to leave my screen right now. Let's see. Oh, okay, so if you click home, it does go away. Did find a way to close. Apparently, by clicking a home option on the left menu, it closes all the documents that are open. Then I can click on the thread the Bezzy I was working on. Probably not the best way. Probably not as intuitive as most would hope. But it works. All right, back to task. So I gave my feedback on my solution. It works. This does the trick. But probably not really a great way to do that. If that's how we're supposed to do it, I kind of have my doubts that that's a great way to go. All right, so is my title screen manager loaded? Aha, title screen manager is not loaded. So something about my title screen manager is the problem. Well, actually, it's getting it from this. Actually, let's change that. Let's go. Let's hit F10 here. I might be wrong. Maybe it is loading. I haven't pushed the button yet. Okay, so now is it loaded? It is indeed loaded. It loaded fine. Okay, so we hit F10. Now we're supposed to show our login panel here. And is it possible? Honestly, I think the issue might be that we don't need, since I think the problem is because I swapped it over to my new vert panel that it's calling the scroll animator, which is not what it does. I think I found the cause. Oh wait, it actually is related. Look, I didn't actually I didn't actually go read what is suggested here, but it talks about the scroll panel thing too. You need to show login panel method. Here's what needs to change. Current code, blah, blah, blah. Line 140-ish. Okay. Should be. Pool, success, always scrolls. Login panel, get components. Utils. Scroll. Oh. So it's. So this uses a different. This is using a different thing. So see utils. That's what it's doing. Okay, so I'm in the right place, but apparently since I'm changed to this vertical thing here, it's a different animator. And I think that's it. Scroll animator, animate open. Okay. Probably not going to work because you can't change code in the middle. It's just the way it goes. There is a tool, apparently Unity, or there's an extension or some kind of special add-in extension that you can do hot reloads in Unity. I'd like to buy that if it really works. Hey, are they going to bring, they can do John Carter too? No, they're not doing John Carter 2, are they? I guess I'm distracted. Yeah, it pops up in front of me. What's this, John Carter 2? Hey, if you haven't seen it and you like fantasy-ish shows, you got to give John Carter a chance. Most people don't know. It was really a good movie. Problem is that people don't know who John Carter is. Look, I lost it. It just totally, it didn't, it just like said, no, I was just kidding, man. That's not real. It's like, nah, we're just kidding. Let's see. Now I gotta look now. Is there really a John Carter 2? 2026? There is actually a trailer for John Carter 2. Are they really doing a John Carter 2? It's not fake?
With AI,
You can create any
Have you seen these AI ads? They're always popping
this
up.
used to require huge Hollywood.
Doris, if you were reading this, it means that I had to hide you away for your
Oh, it's
safety.
fake.
You weren't born in Arizona. You come from a distant planet.
It's fake.
We call it Mars on Earth. Barsoom is its real name.
It's AI crap. That's not even Taylor Kitsch.
Your father, John Carter.
So, no, that's so fake. Doesn't even look like real people.
You denied me, left me on my own, and now you ask for my help?
Yeah, that's nonsense. Bummer. Liars.
I
Fake.
know. I'm
Hey,
putting
that
this
almost
on
looks like Taylor Kitsch. Tom Holland.
but my powers are weakening,
No.
and we must save your mother, Deja. Tars Tarkus, my friend, is also a prisoner of Zadaris. We must free them
Wow.
together.
So fake. Doesn't even look real. All right, well, liars. Just get me all sad. I kind of thought, but anyway, like I was saying, if you want to see a good show, you should see John Carter. John Carter was good. It's at least this one says concept. Whatever. Okay. All right. Let's get back to task. So let's see what this does. No. Oh wait, I haven't started it again. Psych, just kidding. It has to recompile. Anyway, I think I was opening this up because I was gonna look for Unity. Oh, let's go here. Unity hot reload. Use hot reload on Unity. I've heard that. I think you have to pay for this though. See, ooh, it's $35. People like it. Oh yeah, 5 stars. Oh, I want this. I want this. I want this hot reload. I'm poor. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start making a list, and then when I go do my Kickstarter, I'm gonna go, these are the things I want to get. Well, something's happening. All right, so I think we might be getting close to working here. Hey, look, it loaded. Yay! Let's close this. What, my button don't work? You know, I don't know that I ever actually made that button work. Honestly, I don't know that I ever plugged it in because the idea is that you would, in fact, log in. I'm going to hit stop here, though. I want to see it load. That's the thing. I want to see it do it, man. Is it real? Is it happening? Or is it just Memorex? I'm gonna sneeze. Sneezes are dumb. They just tease you and tease you, yeah? It's like, it's kind of like, come on, you got it. It's like that game where you slap hands, you know, where if somebody's like, they got their hands on top of yours, and you're supposed to come over the top and hit their hand, and you're like, and they're like, and then you go whack, smack their hand. Oh, it's just, that's what sneezes are. That's a sneeze for you. Yay! It worked. So if I go create account, that's not so good, huh? What a mess. That totally does not work correctly. I put in the stuff, but things aren't expanding. It would be kind of cool though to have my scroll get bigger when I do that. So I should probably adjust that so my scroll gets bigger. What I actually think, like I said, what I was thinking earlier, it'd be kind of cool, is if I took this whole area here and formatted it, and then when I need more, it would roll up with the screen. That. Anyway, yeah, I don't even know how to use this right now in the state it's currently in. I do have it displaying. Why? It just put in the extra fields, but it didn't make space for everything. Why didn't things move? That's just dumb. I really gotta... Alright, I don't want this button. This got to go away, but I'm trying to use it anyway. Yeah. think I need to fix my screen. All right, so I have some breaks. The thing is, I thought I had the login all working the way it was supposed to. It used to work the way it was supposed to. Ugh. Come on. What is with you, man? All right, let's go here. Then we'll take it out. There we go. Apparently it won't let you change screens while you're in that state. There we go. Hi. My distraction right now. I'm looking at my Unity, or not my Unity, my vertical setup. So if I wanted to like record a segment, I could do that. But I am trying to figure out how best to do that. There you go. Fixing. I'm just trying to fix things, man, so it doesn't look so messed up. All right. Where was I? You're like, dude, it's so painful watching you because you just jump all over the place. You're not even working on the task half the time. I work on the task when I'm not online. That's why every time I come back, well, not every time, but I frequently come back and I've got a bunch of new stuff done, little things I've been tweaking and working on. But when I start streaming, yeah, I can be a little I can be a little I don't want to. I'm not scattered. I'm just distracted, or I don't know. There's a term for it. I'll figure it out. All right, so we got that opening up. So what we need is for my scroll panel, my login register. I think what I want to do is go to this and display it. And I think what I'm going to do is put these guys in a panel of their own so I can move them. And I think what I will do so I have my content panel, close button. I might not totally sure I want the close button. I think I am going to change this object. And this guy is a stretch. Yeah, all right, so we're going to cheat with this item. We're going to go add component. We're going to go %. rect transform. And then I am going to go, drop this guy in there. And we're going to go to the right and to the left. And from the bottom, and then I'm going to add a new panel here. You know, when you do I've been told, and it makes sense, I've been told that when you do a demo of any kind, you want it polished. So what they see, even though it's not everything your app has, you want it to function. You don't want a bunch of bugs in it, right? So the parts you have to be solid. So that means my login has to be solid. Everything I'm showing people should look solid and functional. If I only have one form of login, probably should hide Google and Facebook. If I'm going to have Google and Facebook buttons, I need to implement those. And yes, I know how to do it. I've done Google already. I haven't done Facebook yet. But I have done a Google login. I set it up on my, for my, what else did I do? I think I did 2 Google logins. I did one for, what did I do them for? I did one for ClickUp Link. That one works on the back end. And I did one for one of my other apps. Oh yeah, the one I use all the time. That's my account, or my YouTube live updater. It lets me change settings on my live account. So that's the other one. I'm trying to decide if I think I'm going to do this one too. We're going to go percent drag transform on this one too. I'm going to go top. I'm going to put that right about there. I think that's probably good. I don't even think I need to split anything else. And we're going to take the login panel. Nope. Oh, that's a panel. Login options. Button, Facebook, Google, register link. All right. I'll stick these guys into this panel. And what I want to do is expand this animated scroll. I got to figure out how to do that. May have to get AI involved again, but I want to let me do that now. It's like, no, you've changed it enough. Stop trying to do other stuff. Okay. Oh, that is a panel already. Oh. I don't need to do that. Screw that. I didn't know I had that already. It's already a panel. It says panel, Ken. It says it right there in the name. I know. What is the width? If I put this in the center, let's do a Trying to figure out how to get the exact, I don't know what the width of my item is. What if I just go none of the above? So I don't really need it to stretch either way. Don't really want to stretch it at all. Let's go, all right, so we'll do stretch bottom. And then we can do like a, this doesn't have, I don't really care about the, zero. It's linked to the bottom. That'll make that resize if I do anything that resizes it. So I can do stuff like this, and it shouldn't make an effect on my form. All right, so no, I like even numbers or whole numbers. It's just, that's just me, man. There you go. If I can figure, my thought is if I can make it look good on a fold, that it's at its skinniest screen, or make it look functional, and then also on its widest screen, that's the objective. Because like I'm getting a too skinny screen and the way fat screen, and that means everything in the middle should be fine. Let's get the extremes to work, and then the middles should be okay. That's my theory. Is that a good theory? You know, everything else is going to shrink or grow within that. So as long as it fits and grows within the space of that. Honestly, I think my scroll's probably too wide for a login screen, but the fries nearly okay. How do I keep popping this up? It's a distraction. So what is in the Grinch meal? Grinch meal's McDonald's festive little bundle of chaos. You get your choice of a Big Mac or 10-piece chicken nuggets. Grinch shaker fries. More on the shaker bag in a moment. Oh, they must be super salty. How much is that? $16. That's $16 for a 10-piece nugget, a Grinch fry, Grinch socks, and a Coke. Socks? They're giving you Grinch socks? Weird. Okay. Taste test. McNuggets. It's the same dependable little bites we've known since our childhood. Crispy, salty, comforting, exactly what you expect. You get to choose 2 sauces, blah, 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 blah. However, I can't complain too much. The spicy ranch was perfect paired with the dill pickling. Seasoning, the creamy, cool. All right, whatever. Come on, reader. This is the moment. Shaking the fries was interactive, theatrical, and deeply satisfying. The seasoning is tangy, vinegar forward and all right. I practically huffed the vinegar dust like it was aromatherapy. Did it need more intense dill? Sure, but the acidic punch, toe-curlingly good. If you love pickle anything, you will ascend. Oh wow. Okay. guy likes his dill Grinch French fries. My wife likes dill Grinch French fries. I should buy her a Grinch meal. I'm gonna buy her a Grinch meal. She loves dill. Now, I don't know that she likes the other stuff in there, but she likes dill. McDonald's launched the Grinch meal on December 2nd, and like most of its character crossovers, it's a limited time. There's no official end date, which means the meal is essentially available only while supplies last. All right. Well, it didn't say anything about the socks. Oh, the socks. Yes, the meal includes socks. Green, red, and yellow. And I got the electric blue ones, which scream holiday cheer, but make it retail impulse buy. The quality is fine. It's exactly what you'd expect from novelty socks. Wearable, cute, mildly scratchy, not heirloom material. Heirloom. Who passes their socks down as an heirloom? But the bottom says these socks stink. But the bottom says these socks stink. Grinch. Objectively hilarious and fully worth the price of admission. I think I'm going to buy her a Grinch meal. I don't know how long those will be around, but I should buy her one. She'd probably like that. She's into Christmas stuff. My wife's not I mean, she likes Christmas stuff, but she doesn't like to do Christmas. You know what I mean? I mean, she likes Christmas music, Christmas decorations, Christmas cookies, the presents, doing stuff with our kids. But she don't want to do any of that. I mean, she wants me to do the shopping. She has me and my kids will do the decorating. My daughter does most of the cooking for Christmas. She does a couple of little things, but she doesn't want to do any of that. I'm like, you're a strange Christmas fan. I mean, she'll turn on Christmas music because it doesn't take any effort, but she's not a fan of doing the actual things that are the Christmas things that she likes. Yeah. Anyway. So, here's the problem of the day. I have to figure out how to get my register stuff. So, like, if I make this visible, see, it's a total mess. It's a complete and total mess. I wonder if it'd be better just to hide one and not reuse the username and password. Because right now I have these in here and it's got to confirm, but short of having, maybe that's what I need to do. I could cheat. Maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll cheat. Let's see what cheating looks like. Okay, so to cheat, I need my panel to essentially fill in the gaps. So what that means is I have my login panel, which has the username. And let's go ahead and so go to login panel. And username. Let's go to this one. And then we'll go to the confirmation password. And we'll just go up to here. And then we'll take the password, which is down here. And I have to take birth date. Some people are like, why do you need birth date? That's because there are like purchases and stuff like that. I need to have like, I don't know. Essentially, I have to have some kind of a rule. How tall are these? 60? So if that one is 60 and I'm at 103, that means if I want to do this, are these all the same? Oh, they're within their transforms. It's not going to work. Or within their... I feel like in order to make my life easier, I need to make this register panel, which is that big, be the same size as my login panel, which is also weird. So what is my register panel? All right, we're going to go. Let's go ahead and let's stretch that. We're going to go stretch middle. stretch. Okay. And then we're gonna go. The same thing with this one. I didn't even know this was wonky like that, to be honest. And we'll do the same. We're gonna go 0, 0. Why does it do that? You're so annoying. Look, I can't get this to go. It just keeps going. It goes where it wants to go. I'm at currently negative 149 on the left and the right. Why? Why are you like that? What is your problem? Let's add a component. We're going to do the percent transform for this one. And we're going to go, oops, nope, close this. And we're going to go percent transform. We're going to go from the bottom. We're going to bring this guy all the way up to there. I think and this should have no raycast at all. No raycast for you. We have the close button on top now. Alright, so we have the register panel. For whatever reason, I can't change that from negative 149. It apparently doesn't accept zeros. And now it jumps up to negative 7.4. I do not know what is happening there. We will allow that to do that again. This has, nope, panels do not need login, do not need raycast. But the buttons do. Okay. It's funny, it let me do the 0 on this one, but it wouldn't let me do it on that one. Don't know why. What is this one approximately? 7288. Let's go here. 70. I want to go farther down though. Nope. Yeah. 80, 70, 50, there we go, 50. 250 and 70, let's do that one. 250, oh, no, 250 and 70. Okay, so now they fit right on top of each other. And that was a set U. Now I should be able to set them at the same positions. So we're going to go, with this guy being 60, we will go stretch. And no stretch? So we'll do 460. That works. So I know we know 460 for all these guys. Just for consistency, we'll get everybody, make sure they're all the same size. And you. Okay, everybody's the same size now. Yep. Then the first one has got to be user input. And for whatever reason, this guy is at 81 from the top. So we don't, I guess we'll put him at 0 because he can sit at the top. And then we know this is 60, so we're just going to say, I don't know, what's the width? I don't know what the height, I don't know what the top is. What is the top? I don't know why resizing this is changing the top. Huh. That's weird. Alright, so we'll say 365 from the bottom. Okay, so now we just know that there's 60 after that, so that should be 305. So if I go to confirmation, this one should be able to be put at 305, and then the top should be about 65, which means this should actually probably be about 310, so I can move the whole thing down. That'll put me off of the box, and then I have email. So that's another 65. So that'd be about 130, right? And then 65 from 305 would be 40, 240. And then the password, username, confirm password. Oh, you know what? I did that wrong. Because confirm all right, so yeah, that's totally wrong. That's not gonna work. Okay, so I gotta put password under confirm or over password. So that means confirm password is gonna have to be the one that's at 130 and 240. And then password's gonna have to be at 65 and 305. There we go. So I got password, and I believe confirm password is probably underneath the email. Yep. And then the email is going to have to be at 180 or 175. And then we're going to have to do another 65 on top of the 130, so it'd be 195. So I got, all right, username input at the top, password, confirm password, email, and then birth date has to be 65 or 155, 160. And then 115 for birth date. 160 and 115. I did that wrong. All right, so the top 65. Oh, that should be 205. 250. 260, sorry. 260. All right, so we got email, birth date, and then that should be 65 less, so that should be a 110 actually, not 115. Okay, now I have the backer code input, which has a text on it. So it doesn't really say. I assume it's just a label and a text, but so the idea is that when one of these vanishes, so like if I turn off the register, that's all we're going to have. And then when we do that, it appears. User, password, confirm password, email, backer code, which is going to have to be lower, and then login panel, which has the login options. Login button. So one of these has must have a header. Login. Oh, nope, that's what's on the button. That's register. Which should probably be a little lower. So, we don't have room. I don't have room for my backer code. My backer code link don't fit. And yes, backer code is what I use to allow people to register and be able to test in my app. You know, like for the people who are going to be backing me and have access to the game while it's in development, they can be my play testers while I add and add and add and add functionality. So I need to make more room. And I'm not terribly fond of this big gap in the middle. Because when I show it, it's just, I mean, it's fine if everything's laid out correctly, but it is not. And this is where my error message appears, so I can't really go up. Login options. I need to bring this down. All right, let's see how much room. Does that give me room to put my thing in here? Maybe. All right, so the backer code button, let's go with this guy. And if I need double text, it's got to go from here. So 260 minus 65 is what? Oh, no. Cyber genius. Hello, hello, hello. You're a cyber genius. That's great, because I could really pick some genius brain at times. So are you a football fan? American football, because not soccer. I'm just curious. Always looking to see if the people. I have a number of people who stop by and hang out who aren't really football fans. I mean, American football fans, because, well, they're not from America or from the United States. Sorry, didn't mean to usurp all the other countries that have the America in their name, continents or whatever. But we are America. So, anyway, yeah. I digress. 325. Let's go with that. Let's see what that is. All right, so 325 puts that from the top, and then we need to do the bottom, which is what? Oh, did I do birthday? Ah, turkey butts. Change that. I wasn't trying to move birth date. I was trying to move backer code. This is supposed to be 325. And then the bottom should be, so if I take 70 or so, let's go with 40. Well, we're getting pretty close to the bottom here. Oh, it's because we're getting close to the bottom. What if I just set this at like 10? And then, so that would make this have to be a lot lower. If I only knew how far that was from the top. God. All right. So if that was 325 or 260, and I add on, let's go with, let's say I add 70, and then I could subtract 70 from 110. I could almost set that to 0, but if I go to 0, that means this has to drop down to 350. This would be at 350 if that's at 0. Let's do that. Oh, but I have to have an extra 5 to make sure that, nah, we'll just do 350. And then this will be 0. Ah, I did it again. Stop it, Ken. This one is 350 and 0. It's almost readable. It kind of works. Cool, man. What do you develop? You like to listen to game development. So are you a developer yourself, or are you just kind of like curious what's going on? Now keep in mind, if it matters to you, I do use AI. No, I am not. It's not vibe coded. I got all this stuff is done. So obviously it's not all vibe coded, and that's only this piece. I have an entire backend microservices set up that's actually feeding all the data to my app. So no, you can try, but you're not going to be able to vibe code an app that's got 12 microservices running on a backend against 2 front ends, Unity and React, and expect to be successful. So I've been a developer for a long time, but I'm working with a lot of things I have never worked with in my life prior to this project, like Go and Unity, and I did a little bit of React in that. I kind of started learning it about 6 months before I started, just a tiny bit. And but I have been a coder for a while. I've been 20 years of development doing other things, SQL Server and that kind of thing. I'd never done Mongo database in my life at all. So all that stuff is in here. So yeah, AI is helping me lay the groundwork for my code. And then I frequently find myself going in and cleaning it up and working with it, massaging it to where I want it to look and be performant. And so there's a lot of refactoring, a lot of going back and forth. But the fact is, I've got probably 500,000 lines of code almost by now. So if you take away all of the junk, stuff Unity puts in thousands and thousands of lines of just Unity crap, but it might only be around 300,000 lines of code. I don't know. I'm probably exaggerating. I haven't done a line count in about 5 months, but I was around, I think, 180,000 lines after 6 months. So that's why I thought maybe I'm further along than that. And that's just like I said, that's when you take out all of the system garbage. And yeah, AI's written a lot of it because there's no way I could write that much code, and especially in languages and tools I had never used in my life. But I have been learning a lot, figuring out a lot of stuff, picking up. And then, of course, I can read code just fine. So when AI goes in there and screws something up, I can usually go in there and figure out what the heck it did. I have AI help me track down bugs a lot, and I have it lay down groundwork for code. Especially when it's new things, like I don't know how to do it. Like I knew nothing about Unity, so I don't know how a lot of this Unity stuff. So I do use Bezier, and Bezier kind of helps me to navigate Unity and figure it out. I have Unity's a special child. he's special. It's fun to try to work with. Let me just say this, and I've said this before. Nothing is easy in Unity. There's no like, oh, just do this. It'll be quick. That doesn't actually exist. All right, how come my boxes here are squished? That's not right. I don't think they were that squished on my. Oh, weird. They all got squished. What just happened? Look, they're all skinny now. But I had them all exactly the way I wanted them. What just happened? See? That's what I'm talking about. It's the kind of thing you only get from Unity. I had these all nice and shaped. And now they are all wonky. Huh. What if I just go stretch top? I don't need that. Oh, why doesn't it let me change stuff? Like I can't change this from stretch. I have to go, it won't let me go stretch top. Why? These are the things I don't understand about Unity. What is the deal, Unity? Why are you not letting me change stuff the way I want to? Content panel. Is it because of my this thing? I didn't put this on, did I? Oh, I did. All right, let's turn that off for a minute. I think that's the problem. Yeah, how's it? Okay. Let's just set you at 80. And why not just go 0 there? Oh wait, no, it has to be 40. Negative 40. All right. And I probably don't need this. I don't know why I put that in there. I thought maybe I would, but I have this stretch on. Sometimes stretch will be enough. It's when you have to position something always at a percentage. So as long as your space is going to work, you can resize it and shape it according to where you're at. Works great for icons. It's really good for icons and buttons and pictures. Not as good for text, because if something squishes too much, your text box is going to get all out of whack. But if you have a really long text box that you know you're only filling in like half of it, sometimes it could be good if you're just trying to go for exact position on your screen all the time. Sometimes this is easier to use for actual positioning, because it makes it so that your screen can do stuff like this and not everything gets squished, you know. So this is probably not one of the times I need it, though. It probably was overkill for this purpose. Especially since my boxes are all holding their own. But I'm still not sure why. Why it won't let me, why it won't let me hit 0 here? What is the deal here? See, it won't let me do 0. It let me do 0 on this guy. 0, 0 just fine, but on this one, it's like, nope, not doing that. Unity, you're being a jerk again. Just letting you know. Huh. All right, well, not much I can do with it. Now, and this won't let me, I don't think this one lets me change it either. What if I go top? Well, let me do 0 now. Nope. What happens if I do this? And just randomly puts in some weird decimal point. It's like it's always a different one. Now it's 2.91, and it always matches them. I don't know what's going on with you, man. Top 7250. I can get close. Huh. Is it because we're doing this different thing here? 7250. Stretch. It's supposed to be stretch. All right. But there's a difference here. Why? For one, why does this have an image? Type sliced. This one. None sprite. Why not none? How can I do 0? Nope. I do not know what's going on. They are identical panels now. Wait. Oh, this is UI. What if I change that to UI? Do you want to set layer to UI for all? No. Now can I do it? I can't do it. It's like I don't know what's different between these panels now. The only difference is, one, I can't change the zero. I can't change the left and right to 0. So freaking weird. Huh. Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna have -4 or -4. What choice have I got? What if I just take this guy and shrink it like that? And then set this to 0. Nope. Still won't do it. Well, at least they're inside of the box now. I don't know. Unity. Just give me headaches. I got a headache. Okay, I don't have a headache, but I feel like I feel like I should have one. from Unity stressing me out. All right, let's go back here and see if I can figure out why my text boxes all got squished. Why did they get squished? Unity, why are you doing this stuff to me, man? I don't have them. I mean, it's like they're all like nicely spaced right now, but they all got squished. All right, so if the password is in the, or the user inputs there, let's try. Oops. It's like confirm password minus -65. Oh no, wait. Oh, password. $355 minus 65 would be 355 minus 65 is 290. And then the confirm password. And a 65 would be 25. And then 65 would be 140 for the email. Huh, this is so weird. Oops. Nope. Math. Bad math. Bad math. $65, $25, $40, it'll be 125, $40, $160. I don't know where I got that other number from. All right, and then 160 would be 95 for the birth date. And then that one actually didn't get squished. Ultimately, I think I need to make my screen bigger. I think that's what's going to be the case here. All right, let's save. And then we will hide all these panels again. I'm not sure. I really don't know if I want the close button. I don't know what the point of a close button is here. For one, I don't have it working yet, so that's not really useful. Plus, I just don't know if I need it. Because like if a person comes into the game, they hit start, it's going to ask them to log in. But you can't do anything at all in the game until you log in or register. I mean, the game is... I mean, yeah, you can't do anything until you log in or register, so why give them a way to close it? I mean, you can't close the game from inside the game anyway. What games let you close them from inside the game? I mean, okay, that's not true. What mobile games let you close them from inside the game? Normally you close games by going to the little bottom thing and just swiping it up. That's how I close most of my games anyway. There may be games that let you exit them. I don't know. But okay, so that disappears. If that disappears, I can put backer code a little further down. That would give a little more space. You know what? I think I'm going to do that. Yeah. So that's not really in the way. Just looks in the way. Which means, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the height of these. Now these objects, the login options, does not have array cast, right? No, the panel should not have array cast. I don't want the panel blocking anything. And then when the create account goes on top, that's going to be underneath the create account. It disappears, but it will still be blocking. It will still be blocking the raycast. Huh. I'm so tight on space right here. Hey, Sun Wukong, how's it going, my friend? Trying to fix my login screen. I've only ever registered via my website, and then I log in on here using my logins. But now I'm trying to get my login to work, my register to work. I'm basically trying to get all the functionality except the play editor into Unity. Oh, you know what? Am I out? I am. Oh, I should probably get Ghost. What else do I need? My wife said Costco. I've been wanting to get a 3D printer, but you know, honestly, I've been debating on 3D printer versus a laser printer, a laser cutter, laser printer, laser cutter, not laser printer, laser cutter. because I have. Okay, so if I don't know if you know this, but I don't know who I've told, but I created this product called the Mage Cage, X-Case, both. They're two versions of the same product. And you should check them out. They're really cool. Well, okay, let me rephrase that. Check them out, but only if you collect miniatures, small collectibles, that kind of thing. Like if you collect minis that you play games with, that you paint, you play Warhammer, you play HeroClix, you play, or you just like to collect small things like Hot Wheels or small. I have medals, running medals. I put them in there, but basically they're small. They're cases. They're about this big, and they all interconnect. So if you buy one, you can snap it onto another, and it's a growable collectible. The boxes will open and shut, so you can transport them. Like, they're good if you have gaming miniatures, because then you could take a case of them to various stores, and you could just grow according to how many you want. That's one of my products, and a lot of times I will put ads or sales up during this time of the year, but I sold out of all my X cases. They're the newest version of them. The Mage Cage is a slightly different version. It's great for most miniatures, but it's not as flexible because it has these little shelves in the back that are great for pinning in certain types of units in place, but it also kind of keeps you from putting certain types of larger base type items inside. So it's a little different. And so I have some of those still, but I just haven't been promoting as much because I don't have the new ones. And a lot of people keep asking me, when are you going to make more of the clear X cases? So I haven't been promoting them as much. But they are pretty cool. I have people who are buying from me pretty regularly, trying to clear out my last Mage Cages and stuff. I have these magnetic inserts that you can use with the flex bases that I have, that you can put them on your minis and they stick to these magnets inside the case. And the whole setup for the purpose of that is a laser printer. I wanted to create these inserts that you create this like a configurable shelf system in there. So you can put minis in there that will display at different tiers. So you can put small ones towards the bottom and bigger ones towards the back, and it holds these little shelves that I can use. I can laser cut out these parts, and you can put together these little drawers that go in there, and it works great for you. You can use one case that holds all these things. Now, laser cutters cannot create minis. So if you're creating miniatures, then that's not what they're for. They're mainly good for etching things, so you can like take an item and it'll draw on something, or for cutting through thin materials, flat thin materials. So like if you have like wood or plastic or something of various, I don't know how thick it can go through. I know it can go through at least 1/8 of an inch thick items, maybe thicker, and the laser goes through and it cuts and it can create intricate shapes in these things. And I wanted to be able to create shelves. Dude, what kind of 3D printer do you have that can cut 2.5 foot long items? I can do that by pressing the expand button in the upper right. But that does not actually close the document on the left. Let me see what you sent me. You sent me. Oh, okay. So that's how you did it. Wait, so you're able to, how does it, so what are you cutting it out of? Rubber? some kind of flexible material that you can cut it. So when the laser, is that resin? Did you make it out of a resin plastic, or is it some kind of a rubber material? Yeah, but okay, but the way this cut is you made it out of a flexible. But you must have cut it out of a flexible material that fits inside of the laser printer. So you cut it like this. You didn't cut something that was 2.5 feet long with a 2.5 foot long tray. You cut a flexible item that's rolled up in circles. A 3D printer, yeah. I'm sorry, you don't have, but 3D printers don't have 2.5 foot long trays. A 3D printer has, they usually have kind of small trays. Even a bigger one might only be 13 inches or something. I mean, 13, 14 inches is probably a pretty big 3D printer tray. But you cut it in a circle. So you were able to get 2.5 foot long circle, but you cut it into flexible material that when it comes out of the printer, you could expand it to 2.5 feet. And I was just curious what kind of material, because resin you can't do that with. Yeah, 8.5. So you have it. It was rolled pretty tight when you cut it out. What kind of material did you use that's flexible? It's mechanical. So these are like the ones you see at like craft shows and stuff. A lot of people have these like flexible snakes and stuff. I didn't know they were printing those on 3D printers. They're pretty slick, but so it's mechanical. But how does that work? Do you have to like cut all the parts and then you snap them all together? Or does it, because it can't come out of the printer with flexible parts, right? Because they would be stuck together. But how does it, I guess I don't understand how that works then. Because if it comes out like that, and it's not a flexible material, these are actual like interlocked parts, how does it create the disconnect that allows them to be flexible without flexibility? Because doesn't that require a joint of some kind? Like in between each part, doesn't it require some kind of a joint for them to be flexible? If it's hard plastic, you know, you're obviously not bending hard plastic. So they must be some kind of, how does it create the flexibility in there? Huh. How does it do that? Because is it doing it by like it prints a piece with another piece? How does it, like, how do those, because like if it touches, it obviously can't build all at once going up in the laser process, right? So it's like it prints the bottoms of all of the mechanical parts, and then it must create some kind of a canvas while it's going over. So it's building parts that are like, I don't know how does it do that? I don't know, because again, it's not so it's printing back and forth. Now, obviously, it's not resin, right? It's not a resin printer. It's a 3D printer. So it's doing this thing with like ABS or something like that. It must be. Well, I guess I can kind of visualize it. So if it's doing them all to the level, as it's going up, it's building the socket, while at the same time building the piece inside of the socket, leaving the necessary space to allow the socket to keep moving while it's building up. That's actually kind of cool. That's such intricacy that they can do in those things. I always thought that you couldn't do that, but I'm thinking like a resin printer. But I suppose a resin printer would do the same thing. It would just build the layers up and it just would create parts that don't touch each other while it's building it. But I would think a resin printer would have too many, what do you call it, pieces of plastic that would touch, and they wouldn't, you would have to, like, I don't know, break it free, you know, you'd have to, I don't know if that would work. Yeah, filament. Filament sounds like something that might be able to do it better because it's firmer while it's building it, so it can build the sockets that allow for the movement without there being a liquid process. That resin is like, you know, it creates the same things, but it works differently. But those are cool. I didn't know they were 3D printed. It's very very impressive. I've always seen those at craft shows and stuff, and I'm like, these are really neat, these snakes, and sometimes, you know, they make them dragons and stuff like that too. I've seen, you know, it'd be kind of cool to do one of these that's kind of like a dragon. It'd be smaller, but it'd have wings, but the back would still kind of flex, like the tail and stuff could move and the butt could move. It would have a flexibility, but it would have wings and a neck. I'm visualizing all these things now. Oh, you could do flexibility, do this. My brain starts going. That's how I am, man. I start seeing things and go, oh wow, my brain wants to do more. My wife always puts me on the spot. She goes to Costco and goes, "What do you need?" I'm like, "There was probably something, but I don't remember what it was." As I try to scan all the rooms in the house with my brain. Anything in that room? Anything there? I can't think of anything else. All right, back to task. Let's get back to work here. Those are pretty slick, man. Let's see what that's. Now I know. Now I know how those people were making those, because I've been seeing them pop up a lot lately. So it must be the latest thing in 3D printing technology is creating Flexible snakes. Those are pretty slick. Huh. What is this? Did you just send me that? You sent me that a week ago. Did I not see this? Oh, yes, I did. You showed me that. That was a song you did. By the way, which was pretty impressive. It was pretty good. Okay, let's get back to my thing here. So I was trying to figure out how to get my my account, not my account, my login options. So I'm going to have to shrink that if I do that. So let's go. Let's grab all these. $250, $120. Okay, so that one's fine. So I need to take the parent content item. Make this a little bit taller. Maybe. Or not. Oh, is that because I did that? All right, so let's go to the bottom. We'll shrink that a little bit more. Let's take that down to there. Just see if I can get a little bit more room out of this thing. Now we're going to take this guy. Create account, login button. There's no reason that can't be up here. And we'll set him at 60. And we'll put him at 30? Nope. 60? Oh, is that the bottom? No. Why do you have to be difficult? There you go. So it isn't 0. Why isn't it 0? Oh, because it's middle stretch. Why am I having middle stretch? Can I go top? Top. And then I can do -30 here. Alright, so if I have this guy at 460, 460, then these guys should all be 460, 460 as well. Are they all? Yeah. Get them all nice and centered here. see what you got here. You are doing a little lizard. Sure. What is this? Printables? So you're just picking up yourself. Why is his tail not got? Why is he got no point on his tail? Or at least it's not rounded or something. I feel like a lizard should have a round. It looks like somebody cut the end of his tail off. It's pretty cool. Now, do you paint miniatures then? Hey, by the way, what's the dimensions of this guy? He would fit inside. I think, yeah, he would probably fit inside of an X-Case or a Mage Cage, man. Just saying. I think they painted it gold. That's kind of cool. So it looks like these look like airbrushed with metallics. They painted them with some kind of metallic paint. Guess he's got a little bit of a point on his tail. Still, I feel like these should taper. I mean, like the dragon you sent me had a tapering tail. Why wouldn't they use a tapering tail on this guy? Pretty sure these had tapers, didn't they? Yeah. They taper at the point. They should have done that. Why did they taper? No, because I don't think lizards have fat tipped tails. It's not your fault. I'm just saying they should have made a little more effort on tapering that tail. It is cool though. I think somebody who likes to paint would have a good time painting these. I mean, they're taking the shortcut. They're spray painting these with something, or either that or they're painting them, or they're printing them with some kind of metallic material. All right, so let's see if I can get this thing down a little lower. So I've got the backer code thing here. So now that I have this a little further down, I should be able to take these two guys and bring it down just a little further. Same with this one. Weird. It expanded all my... Oh, it did, because they're all attached to the bottom. Oh, God, that's the problem with stretch. So it stretched all my stuff because I made the boxes bigger. Stupid thing. I guess I could just do like a top, and then they wouldn't stretch out. Justin, the voice actor. Hey, you know... I have a son named Justin who's trying to get into voice acting. So that's kind of funny. I mean, he hasn't had any success getting into it yet. He's been trying, but you know. Getting people. He actually did a recording, I guess, and it sounds really good. I mean, a sample. He just kind of showed what he did, and he's got actually, I think, a pretty good voice. But I don't know if it's. He was just trying to find any kind of work in that area, but unfortunately, he hasn't had luck yet. But that is kind of that. Yeah, that's a serious coincidence. What kind of voice acting do you do? Have you done anything like recognizable? Ah, that's such a bummer. I got to redo all of these now because I added a little bit of space to it. Man, all right. wonder if it'd be easier just to do a top. Oh yeah? I should let him know. I should say, hey son, this guy I met online, his name is Justin the voice actor, wants to help you be a voice actor. Really? That's cool. Lots of games in development, huh? I don't have any voice acting in my game, unfortunately, but mine is, you know, it's mostly just going to be sounds and effects and, well, you know, maybe someday I might try to do some kind of voice stuff for play calling, but it's not that kind of a football game. So, I mean, it can be, but I have to build a whole language, what do you call it? A whole dialogue system for that. And that's going to take time. That might be like next version stuff. So about 5 years. Yeah, he's a little older than you are. He's in his mid-20s. It's like 20. I'd say 20. Wow, is he 20? Wow. Holy moly. I didn't realize he was. Huh. He's 28. But, yeah, he's getting up. Yeah, my kids. I can't believe my kids are. I have a son who's 30. Shocking. Every time I think about it, it's just crazy. And my other kids are all in their 20s, but crazy talk, man. That's all I gotta say. All right, now I gotta figure out how to put this back the way I had it after expanding these. This is one problem with stretch. Maybe I'll just do stretch top, and then I can just set them to their height. That'll make it just so much easier. And this will probably make it a lot easier. And then they don't, then they won't stick to anything. They'll stay at their normal text height. So if I want these to be 60, this can be negative 30. And then I just add 65 to that. And that would be negative 95. And then I can set all these to the same thing, 60. Let's do that. So confirm password. Email, birth date. Nope, not that one. These ones, that one. And then we're going to go here. We're going to go top stretch instead. Height 60. And this one will be 60 as well. What's that button? All right, so this is negative 95. And then I add another 65 to that, would be 160. Wait, that didn't change. All right, what did I do wrong? These are not landing where they're supposed to land. They're my kids, so they'll always be my kids. It doesn't matter how old they get. They're still kids to me. They're my kids. I'm not going to say they're my adults. I mean, I guess they are my adults. My kids are my kids, no matter how old I am. Yeah, they're my eldest is about to pass me in age. He caught up. He caught up to me. I'm. Let's see. How does the saying go? See, I'm old enough to. I don't remember what it is. There's just something. I'm old enough to know. I'm old enough to think I know everything, and I'm. No, I don't remember how it goes. They're big kids. they're adult kids. We can call them adult kids. I don't know how you want to call it. Hey, you've gotten work. That's still pretty good. I mean, you're only 17, so yeah. I mean, you're basically just getting started in it, but you've got a head start. And he just started trying to think, hey, I'd kind of like to try it. So I like to do stuff too. Like I've been a DM, and I like to make voices and stuff when I do DMing. And sometimes you'll even hear me on here where I'll talk in an accent for half of my stream. Usually I do it when I'm gaming. And just recently, in the last year, like 1 year ago, last October, 1 year ago, I did my first acting. I was in 2 plays last year, and I'm currently in a 3rd one. While we're rehearsing, getting ready for the play. It's a small, super small studio. It's nothing. It's not like I'm going anywhere. Does he got any socials? He does. I don't know. Well, actually, I don't know if he does. I know he's got a Discord. Or not a Discord. But, what do you call it? No, he does have a Discord. He's probably got all those. I'll have to talk to him. I'll let him know, and I'll tell him about your YouTube, and I'll let him know that you're out there, and I'll pass it on. Yeah, I have a Discord too, so if you want to send me contact information or, some way he can reach you. You act like someone who hates him. Well, no wonder you're creeping him out. It's like, this guy's mean. So the last play I was in, the second play I was in, I did the whole play in an accent. I made up an accent, and I decided I felt like it just fit this guy. So I said, I'm doing this in an accent, and it actually went pretty good. Did the whole show with this accent. It's kind of, I think it was okay. Here's the thing, I make up accents, and some of them I know what they are, like Italian or Southern or something like that. But I can't always tell because I don't know where these things come from. So I think it's a Middle Eastern that I was doing, kind of a Middle Eastern accent, maybe. It kind of sounded like that. But it was so easy. Like sometimes you're like reading the lines, and I'll just like, some accents just fit the part. They just like pop into my head, and I'm like, oh yeah, that sounds really good with this part. Okay, so the first play we did was a Midsummer Night's Dream, and I just had a little part, and I out of 4 showings, I flubbed one of them. I only had like 1 long dialogue, and I lost half of it. My brain just froze. I was like, nope. I was a little worried, but I got through the ones that came after that, did all right. And then the next play we did was The House on Haunted Hill, and I was like, oh, it's a Vincent Price movie. I want to be Vincent Price. I want his part. And the director guy, he gave me the part. I was able to. I was Vincent Price. I mean, Franklin Lauren. Gosh, what was my name? It's Franklin Lauren. Why can't I remember? It's something everybody called him Mr. Lauren, but Frederick. It was Frederick Lauren. Jeez. And so I did a Middle Eastern accent. It wasn't Vincent Price accent, but it was still came out pretty good. And I did that one fine. I didn't mess up my lines really. I mean, there was a couple of times when I like cut out a line or two in the middle of my dialogue, which didn't mess anything up because nobody noticed. I noticed because I was like, something's missing there. What did I? Oh yeah, I didn't say that. But mostly I got through all the showings fine. And then now we're doing Romeo and Juliet. I'm Romeo. No, just kidding. You're like, what? No, I am playing Friar Lawrence, which my director decided instead of friars were fathers, which isn't quite the same thing. Technically, they're different, but whatever. I think he just thought he was modernizing it by saying father, but they're not the same. But hey, you know, it's not my play. What do I have to say? A Far Cry villain. I'll be sure to check it out. I will. I promise. And I will respond and let you know what I think. But hey, man, congrats on that. You know, actually getting into an industry like that. It's cool. I would try to do voice acting. I always thought maybe doing voice reading, like Audible. But you know, here's my problem. Audible's hard. And the reason for it is because not only are you doing voices, you have to remember the voices you're doing, right? So if you've got a book with like a large cast book, say like, I don't know, Game of Thrones. Got a bunch of different voices, bunch of people. And that's one thing I'm bad at. In fact, when I was doing DMing for a game group, I love to do voices, but when they come back and visit a player or visit a person, I was a different voice. I could never remember what voice I used for that person. The only time is when I did a really flamboyant, obvious voice. Then I could usually remember because then it stuck to me who this person was and what that voice was. And some voices I do are real easy to remember and replicate. And so I can do those. But the ones when I make up a voice out of nothing, I just go, there's a voice. I do it fine and it sounds good for the whole time I'm doing it. But then we come back to that person and I'm doing a different voice because I can't. Sometimes I'll make up a voice that's great for the day. I can't even remember how to duplicate it. It's like, how did I do that? It's like, I'm trying to remember how I did it. And it's just like, nope, it's in, it's there, poof, it's gone. Now, I could replicate it if I heard it again, but we don't record our sessions, so I don't remember. And it's like, how did I do this person? It's like, guess we're doing a different voice today. We're going to do something new. They'd be like, okay, what happened to your voice? I'm like, don't remember. My voice changes every day, sir. It's a disease I've had since a child. My voice changes regularly. It's like, that sounds like a problem. Yes, my children hate it. They don't even know who I am every day. So yeah, it's fun though. Talking in voices is cool. I used to do that with my kids, and they just kind of like look at me funny. It's like, what are you doing? Back when they were actually kids. All right, back to figuring out where everything was. Okay, so I can't do that one. It's this one. Let's close that thing. All right, so we got this. And the first one has to be after password. So 95, 65, more be 160. So this should be a negative 160. Okay. And then after that comes email, which with 65 more is 125, so it'd be negative 225. And then we have birth date, which 65 be 90, negative 290. And then we have the backer code text, which is, we're going to put this one up a little higher so we can go So this is the one. So if I want this whole thing to be 65, lowered 290, 65 v 55, 355. And that's only if I do this at top stretch, negative 355. And we will set the height of this thing we're gonna have to go with like a 90. Let's go 100. And then this guy, it's going to be negative 30. I think I'm going to try to set this at 40. Oh no, that one's fine. It's this one. Should probably be on the top here. Alright, so that's 40. I'll set that at negative 20. And this guy should be at negative 50. Okay. Oh. All right. Top, stretch, 0, 0, negative 50, okay. So something here is not right. So I got user, password, confirm password, email, birth date, 25, 90, negative 290. All right, so something did not measure upright. Why? Why is that not inside of this guy at the same height? How is it outside of my box? You kind of have to be. You have to be really. You have to be really outgoing to do acting or voice acting of any kind. And you know what has helped me a lot? It's really got me. I mean, really made a big difference. This streaming. When I first started streaming, I had a real hard time with it. I could not talk. And I knew I had to, right? Because you have to talk even when there's nobody there. and you just have to keep coming up with nonsense. So if there's nobody there to speak to, you have to still say something, because somebody might come and look at your stream at a later time. They're going to go, "Hey, what's this guy got going?" And he's just, it's like, well, what's he doing, man? I don't want to watch him just do nothing. So what I was doing, like I don't know if I don't want to say used to, because it sounds like I'll never do it again. But I do paint miniatures. So sometimes I'm on. Now, I will say this, it's difficult to stream with personality while painting or doing anything that takes deep concentration. This is why sometimes when I'm really heads down in my code here and really working at it, I don't stream, because I really have to focus on the task to make progress. But I do like to also come on and let people see what I'm working on, where I'm at, where things are going, what are the current tasks of the day, how much progress have I made. But then I jump off the tracks. I derail myself all the time. I'll talk about everything. And but when I'm just me, I have to talk even so. So a lot of times I'll be sitting here and I'll be talking to the code editor, just talking. And I finally decided, you know what? Acting can't be that different. I mean, that's all I'm doing, right? I just got to go up there. The only thing is, I'm just making stuff up. I don't have to memorize any of this. And I will say this, memorizing some, like, you know what? The part I have this time was actually, even though I was the lead, I was the main character in the last play I did, I had 138 lines or something like that. But they were all a few lines. I think my biggest set of lines was maybe six lines. Okay, so maybe 60 words at a time. I would say it's maybe 60 words, maybe 100 tops in one phrase. And the thing is with lines, when they say I have 10 lines, that means there's 10 spots where you talk. That does not mean you have 10 lines. So a person with one line could potentially have more lines than a person with 20 lines, because the actual line count for that one person could be a dialogue. Like maybe it's a narrator who comes in at the beginning and they do their part. They could have like a whole narration set where they're doing, 100 lines, and maybe they're doing 500 words in that line, and it's just a massive chunk of text, but it's one line because they only speak once. And the person with 20 lines, some of those may be just dialogue with somebody they talk to throughout the thing, and they only speak, 5-10 words at a time. So it's a little weird. And then of course it makes sense, because if you're doing if you count lines, physical lines, it would be different all the time. Because if you look at it at a landscape on a landscape sheet of paper, they may only have 2 lines. But then you put it on a portrait, or put it on a mobile phone, or you make the text smaller or bigger, your number of lines changes. So it's almost like, if you really want to know how much you have word count, right? Well, technically, my current part, I only have like 70 or 80 lines. But I have some of the longest dialogues. I think I have all the longest dialogues in the play. The top 4 or 5 single monologues or single line sets are me. And there's some points, man, when I have to remember a lot, or I'm just giving instructions for something, I'm scolding for something, and then other times I am having a conversation with somebody. But I'm teaching something. I'm just doing all these different things. And I'm only in like, I think I have 6. Yeah, I have 6 scenes that I'm in. I'm in like 6 scenes out of 5 acts, and every act has a bunch of different things going on. So, but I'm in like the 2nd, 4th, 5th. I think there's like 5 acts. I'm in like 3 of them. But anyway, I'm just saying, you have to be pretty open, and the memorization is the hardest part to me. And I'm just getting through it. I finally have, I think, all of my lines mostly memorized, but I'm not. It's like I have all the words in my head, but I'm not fluent. It's almost like learning another language, because you have to memorize them and you have to be fluent. You have to be able to play with it and speak with them in different. I want to do an accent. The director guy, he doesn't want me to do an accent. He says, other people in this area won't have an accent. I'm like, but I'm a friar. Friars travel. I could have come from Europe or anywhere and came to this area and have an accent. And I think all throughout time, I think you could go to anywhere in the world. You will find in a group of 20 people, at least one of them is going to have an accent. It would be unusual, I think, to go someplace and have 20 people and everybody speaking the same accent. I think even in the US it's pretty rare. And I think even in other countries, I think it's pretty rare. I think you're always going to have somebody who's got some kind of an accent of some kind. They're either from the southern part of the country, they're from a neighboring country, they're from far away. There's always going to be an accent in the room. And it just sometimes the way people talk. It's like, did you ever watch Yellowstone? Yellowstone had this one girl in there. They called her Teeter. And she spoke in some kind of accent that half the people on the show couldn't. Oh, is that the package?
Yeah.
Probably a gift thing I bought. Tape? What kind of tape? Like Scotch tape?
Yeah.
Oh, Mom's probably on her way home to wants me to help her.
She get a lot.
I don't know. She went to Costco, so she could easily have enough that she wants me to help her carry it in. I don't know.
Oh, do you have a roll I can have though? Mom said she got a bunch from Costco or something.
Don't know. Did she put it down there?
Unless it's with the wrap.
She may have bought
stuff
some.
somewhere.
That could. Is there some in the wrap?
There's not some in the wrapping paper bag.
Oh, there are a couple in here.
'Cause I have my own dispenser.
Oh, you have your own dispenser?
Yeah,
Oh,
thank
okay.
you.
Okay, let's see if I can get this thing positioned before my wife gets home, because I think she's going to want me to help her unload her Costco goodies. Oh, no, she just said. Oh, who just texted? Somebody just texted. Thought that was her. Weird. Huh. Oh, okay. It was. She just texted through a different messaging thing. Okay. What did I put in here? So stretch, top, 40-20. It should be within here, but it's not. For whatever reason. Alright, so I got something here that's showing up. What the heck is that? Hair text. What is this thing? Oh, is it just too big for the box? Oh, it's inside of there. What the heck? That's the placeholder text. Huh. I don't know why that's... There is something that's behind here. I can't figure out what it is. So if it's negative 50 and 30 is 80. So that's 40. So it'll be 40 and 60 is 100. It should be about 105 for this thing. I have that too small. And it's too narrow. So we're going to have to go. Let's go, it is stretch top. Let's go 450. All right, let's just go 0, 0. I don't care. 0, 0. And then we'll take this guy and we'll say 460. And 460. That's why that doesn't fit. It's not big enough. And that said, we'll have to make it bigger. So we're going to go for 440. 440. And then this guy will have to be 440, 440 as well. All right, there's something weird going on, man. What is this? What is this gray thing here? Do I have a background on here? I do. What the heck, man? What is the background of these ones? Huh. Okay. Why is that one all weird? Username text area. You know what? Why are my inputs all weird? 10.10.7.6. All I did all I did was try to use this in a way that made sense, and now I'm like, I'm just totally not. I'm confusing myself so bad. I need to take a break. It's been 3 hours and 25 minutes. I'm going to take a break, guys. I got to go help unpack the car. I'll be back. I don't know. I might be back in a few minutes. But I'll definitely be around later. Till next time. Thanks for stopping by.